Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard. I am Penge and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, where we rejoin Duke Waltheof Sueton of the Duchy of Cupboard, and of course his very amazing hat. And also let's not forget that we're rejoining Duchess Irmgard of the Duchy of Cupboard, and her amazing hat too. And her hat is very, very impressive indeed. Look at how wonderful and majestic and just tall her hat is. So together they've got themselves a pair of very, very splendid hats. There's some good sort of head toppings going on just there. The big question now is, however, how long can they continue to hold on to their fancy Duke and Duchess hats? Because the very future of the Duchy of Cupboard is at stake. Our beloved duchy is in peril because last time out, war was declared upon us by none other than the young upstart himself, Duke Glwyddien. Oh dearie me, the person that we took the Duchy of Mercia from, and then, we renamed it to something far, far superior. The person who we got this from has now come knocking on our door, asking for it back. And he's not asking nicely. He is asking via the use of people with swords and pointy sticks and bows and arrows and blood and death and doom and all that kind of stuff. Because yes, he has gone down the war route. He has declared war on us in order to get his duchy, as he sees it, back under his control. However, unfortunately, we're not in quite as good a position as we were when we took the Duchy of Mercia from Glwyddien in the first place. Because when we took it off him originally, we were part of a faction. And the faction was a load of people all pulled together. We had one common goal, that was to get Waltheof the title of the Duke of Mercia. And we basically went to Glwyddien and we said, look, all these people here think that Waltheof should be the Duke of Mercia. We've got quite a lot of soldiers. If we all pulled together and we had a war with you, you would probably lose because you don't have that many men to fight us with. So he then at that point backed down and went, yeah, fine, go on, you have that duchy title. It's absolutely fine. But then at that point, we got our duchy title, all lovely. We renamed it to the far superior name of the Duchy of Cupboard. And then the faction just dispersed. The faction ceases to exist because its goal has been achieved. So now we're not sort of allied with those people. We're not linked to those people in any way. They're just, going about doing their thing. They've got a hook on us and it's all fine. But we're not sort of supported by them anymore. The faction did its job. And now he's declared war on us directly. He's not using any kind of faction stuff. He's just declared war on us. And we have got to just fight him. We've not got the support from all the people that were in our previous faction, which could make this a bit troublesome. I mean, there are a few things that we can do that might help us out. But yes, it's just a straight fight between us and him. However, I did notice, and this is quite interesting, if we look down here upon the actual sort of the war setup for this particular conflict, if we're able to win and we enforce our demands, he loses his claim on the Duchy of Cupboard. So at the moment, he has a claim. That's how he's been able to come in and declare war and try and take it back. If we beat him, if we manage to take victory in this particular fight, he loses that claim. That claim is gone. So he can't then just come back and try again and again and again because he has no claim. I suppose he could then try and fabricate claims and do various other things, but he will not have a very easy, straightforward claim. So we really do need to win. I mean, obviously we need to win anyway because, we want to remain a duke. We like the fancy clothes and the lovely hats, but that's really good as well. The fact that he then can't just keep doing it again and again, that's very, very good. Also, he pays us 306 monies, which is quite nice. That's quite lovely. So, as well as him never being able to come back and try and take it from us again, he also pays us a great big pile of money, which would be lovely. So the only problem is that the war for the very future of the Duchy of Cupboard is not the only war that we're involved in right now. There is quite a bit of fighting going on, as you can see from all the different sort of war things down here, which might give poor Duke Waltheof a little bit of a headache. He might get a bit of a stressful time trying to sort all of this stuff out. This one here will not be too much of a problem. This shows that we were being raided by Chieftain Lars. He sounds like a lovely kind of chap, but he's going away. Hostilities will end in 1 month. I think we fought him over here somewhere, so he will clear off in a month's time. That's not so bad. This one here could be a bit of a problem for us. So this is our allies. We're allied with the chappie over here, can't remember his name, Petty King Merchad Mac Donchad. So that's our ally, and while everything was quiet over in the Duchy of Cupboard, it was all lovely and peaceful, he came to us and said, hey, would you like to join in our war, because you're our ally, on some people over here? You're our ally, so we expect you to join in, please. So, because nothing was happening, we said, yeah, okay, absolutely, we'll join in, we'll help you, we'll honour the alliance, do not worry. And we got some troops together, and we'd even told them to go down to the seaside, spend a day or two making sandcastles, and then get on boats and head on over to Ireland and join in the fight. However, just as they were heading that way to the beach, Glwyddien decided to declare war on us, so obviously the trip to Ireland was called off, we got the money back for the boat, cancelled all the hotel bookings, all that kind of stuff. So that all sort of, that ended. We're not going to go and join in the fight over there. because we're fighting over here. We've got to keep everything safe at home rather than go and join in that fight. So we're going to be staying over here for the foreseeable future. What I don't know is how he's going to react to that. Is he going to be very angry that we've said we're going to join in and we're not joining in? Or is he able to see that we're attacked by somebody else, so we're defending our own sort of home territories or whatever? I don't kind of know what his view is on this. I don't know what he's going to do and how he's going to react. So we'll have to see at some point in the future if he gets a bit grumpy that we've said we're going to help and we're not helping. But that's fine. We'll have to deal with that as it happens. This one here is the war for the Duchy of Cupboard. And this one here is a war that we're not directly involved in ourselves, but is actually having some impacts on us. So this here is the war between brothers. It's the war between King Robert of England and King Richard of Wales. So this map here is perfectly displaying the problem that we've got with this particular conflict, and that is that we are pretty much the first places that England are going to come to in order to try and conquer, because we're currently Welsh. We are under the sort of the Welsh banner. We don't particularly want to be under the Welsh banner, but under the Welsh banner we are. But yeah, England is down here, and the border between England and Wales is mostly our territory. Herefordshire, Worcestershire, Warwickshire, Northamptonshire and Huntingdonshire, they are all our lands, and they're all on the border. So England can just muster troops up and just literally just walk over one place. We can just pop over the border and take our territories. Now, they're not sort of taking on us directly. They're not fighting us. This is king versus king. This is the King of England versus the King of Wales. So we're not kind of involved in this. It's happening in our lands, but our troops aren't getting involved. And if our troops were to go down here and stand in the same place as some of the sort of the king's troops, nothing would happen. I think they'd just give each other a wave and then just, carry on their merry way. So we don't need to worry about having to fight them. The only thing is they are causing us a little bit of trouble here because as you can see here, the King of England has taken Northamptonshire. Now, in the long run, this is a good thing. We want to be ruled by the King of England. If we go and look here, currently we're ruled by the King of Wales, by King Richard, and it says there, levies and tax are reduced, as King Richard of Wales is not your rightful liege. You want your liege to hold the Kingdom of England, since your primary title, the Duchy of Cupboard, is de jure part of that kingdom. So the people of the Duchy of Cupboard feel that they should be ruled by the King of England. And because they're not being ruled by the King of England, they're being a bit stubborn and they're not paying as many taxes and not producing as many levies. So we want the King of England to win. The only thing is, yes, it's having some effects on us. So because this is now occupied, control of that county has gone down. Control of Northamptonshire has tumbled. It's currently on 60. It was once on 100. It was on a lovely 100. Now it's fallen to 60. It's going to happen to all the other places that they conquer. Warwickshire's control, I imagine, is it falling? It's not fallen yet, but it will fall when it gets under control by the King of England, because that'll just, it's the same as what happened in Northamptonshire. And also it's had some effects, because they went for Northampton first, it's had some negative effects with our friends and particularly our family. Because as you can see here, Clara and Goodhat have been taken prisoner by the King of England. Now, I'm fairly sure he will let them go. In fact, you know what? Right now, let's do this. Can we get Goodhat out there first? Because Goodhat is 1 year old. He does not deserve to be locked up in a prison somewhere. So let's see if we can ransom Goodhat out. 25 monies. Do you know what? It's probably worth it. It's probably worth it because I'd like him to be out of there. So we'll try and get Goodhat out of there. Yeah, Clara is also captured. And Eadmaier Feisch, who I believe is the guy that wrote our... Did he write our epic? Was he the guy that wrote our epic? I can't remember. He's the chap we want to make our physician. In fact, can we do that even though he's in prison? We can't right now because he's in prison. But yeah, this guy we want to make our physician because also in the siege of Northampton, our court doctor got killed as well. So yeah, whilst we're not involved in this war directly, it has had quite a few effects on us. So yeah, we'll see if we can get Goodhat and Clara and Eadmaier out of prison because I'd rather they were not locked away, particularly our two kids. I don't want them sort of locked away in a prison because that's just grim. So, as always, there are a few little bits and bobs that we want to get done just before we get things ticking along, and the first of those is to go to our council and tell our marshal to stop training commanders and to go back to organising levies. So when they're doing that, levy size goes up by 23%, which is very good because we're at war, that's going to be handy. Garrison size goes up by 23%, so that will make things a little bit more difficult for people to start sieging our territories, and the reinforcement rate also goes up by 23%. So we will get troops back replenishing 23% quicker, which is good. So we'll switch you on that, please. That's going to be really, really handy indeed. And now I think it's time to play our sort of, our trump card, our very, very special move indeed, our power play. Because last time out, we formed an alliance with France. So here he is. There is the King of France, the very ruler of all of this territory here, the King of France himself. We are allied to them due to a marriage between Clara and Prince Renaud. So we are the allies of France, which means that we should be able to call upon the French for a bit of help, which is very wonderful indeed. So if we just go to here and go, 2 more, call to war. Let's call the French Empire to war with Duke Glwyddien and just see how he feels about that. Oh, Duke Glwyddien. Yes, the de Hubarth claim on the Duchy of Cupboard. Would you like to join as a defender? He is absolutely going to accept. 192. So base willingness 20, opinion of us 22, personality is plus 100. He loves a bit of a rumble, does he? And defensive war plus 50. So he's going to join in a defensive war anyway. Okay, yes. Absolutely. Let us call the nation of France to war to help us out. Oh, this is wonderful. There we go. There we go. We have asked the French for help. I really hope they say yes. Because I think if we can get the French on board, if they come over, they're going to turn the tide of this war. I think we need them on board because otherwise, yeah, our troops are a bit low. We've not got that many people about. But if we could call upon the might of the French, then yeah, I think if they do come over, it'll be a bit of a surprise for young Duke Glwyddien. Oh, quick thing before we begin, we're on a different version of Crusader Kings. We're on version 1.1.1, I believe now. So if things look a tiny bit different, that would be why. They've sort of changed a few little bits here and there. So, for example, the stress meter is now underneath the character portrait rather than along the side. And these buttons down here for controlling the sort of the map appearance, they're a bit smaller and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure there are lots of other little bits and bobs that are going to look different. And there's loads of bug fixes and gameplay enhancements in the background and all that kind of stuff. So, yes, if you're thinking it looks a tiny bit different, that would be why. One thing I think they might have done in the update, they might have nerfed the quality of the armies a little bit, because I'm fairly sure that our army quality was better than decent quality before the update happened. So these diamonds here represent how good the sort of mix of troops is you've got in a particular army. And yeah, I think ours were, didn't they have 3 or even 4 diamonds on there to show sort of maybe it was excellent quality or something. So I don't know if they've nerfed that a little bit and kind of brought that down. Because yeah, look, even the King of England's troops are just decent quality as well. So maybe that is something they have actually done in the game itself as part of the update. I do not know, but if everybody else is on decent quality as well, then there we go. It's all kind of, it's all fair and even. Everything is fair in love and war. So let us move time on. Let's see what happens. Right, they're mustering their troops. That's absolutely fine. Where are they going? Are we hearing from the French? Yes, we are. Of course, I shall join you in this war. Our foes shall learn to fear the men of France. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, Glwyddien, you're going to have 4,500 very angry Frenchmen coming over here to jab you with big pointy French swords and all that kind of stuff. Okay, right. They're going to take a little while to get over to us. That's absolutely fine. Right. Good Hat has been returned to us. I think it's probably wise to get Clara out of there as well. We probably will get them back when their war finishes, but I would rather pay a little bit of money and get her back now rather than, leave her to languish in a prison, because 25 money to get our daughter out of a prison, that seems like a pretty good deal. So absolutely, we will have a go at that. Hang on a minute. Right, Clara has come back. Who's the next person? You're our friend. I called him friend. Oh, yes, you're the chap who wrote our last family epic thing, and we asked you to stay, and we became friends. I don't want anything to happen to you, and also you would make an excellent doctor. You would make a wonderful doctor. Right, let's try and get you out of there as well for 10 gold, because he doesn't really care. He's like, yeah, whatever, just a pittance, just 10 gold, just to get him out, pay a little bit of something, please. Okay, right, and somebody's joined the claim on the Duchy of Cupboard. Oh, okay, somebody's joined in. Evreux sounds French. Oh, this side. Oh, so that count of that place just there has joined Glwyddien's sort of alliance, and he is then going to be attacking us at some point. Well, I mean, hopefully the French can take him out. Hopefully the French can have a go at him, because, they're down there. They're not too far away. Right, I think we might want to head over. Right, Chappie is being sent back to us. That's very encouraging. I think we might want to head over to their capital. Let's head over to their capital. And because if we take that, if we siege that and take it, there might be prisoners in there. And the prisoners might be useful for helping us with our war score. So let's just pop over that way, shall we? Let's do it right this time. There we go. There is a skull on that place, on Corwin. Why do we die a bit if we go into Corwen? Okay, let's not go to Corwen. Let's go to Mackilnath. And we'll go over there, I think. Right, Warwick has been occupied. Absolutely. We knew this was going to happen anyway. It's all fine. Where are the French? Can we see the French anyway? Right, Hereford is under siege from our opponents, which is fine. Right, let's go and attack their thing. they're going to take 106 casualties. Why is moving into this place causing us casualties? Why does it hurt when we go into the Lordship of Marianith? Why does that hurt? Greetings, Duke Glwyddien of Cupboard. I call upon you to honour our alliance and join me in the Lotharingian War for Count Boudwin's claim on the Duchy of Flanders. Oh, hang on a minute. No, that's the French. Oh, no. Oh, no, the French are... Oh, this is a disaster. This is a disaster. Oh, no, he's being attacked. So France is being attacked by King Gottfried of Lotharingia, who has got quite a lot of troops. The French have got more. But does that mean if they're doing this fight, are they going to come over and help us? I rather suspect they're not going to. If we decline... Yeah, now this has been changed in the recent update as well. I think now if you decline a war from your ally, you lose 750 fame, which is a massive chunk of fame, and 50 opinion of us would be lost from the King of France. So that would be bad. We might have to accept this and hope that he also sends some troops over to us to help us out. Right, we've joined in that particular war. Oh, this is all sorts of terrible. Oh, we're not going to get the French coming over. I was so excited to have the French come over. Oh, they are fighting the Evreux people at the moment. They're fighting them. So that should get it. If they win that war, that should get us a bit of war score. 5% war score. Oh, it is glorious. Okay, fine. Right, we need to get this place sorted. If we can get their capital, that would be great. Because our capital is already under English control, so I don't think they can go and get that. And we're trying to sway the bishop just to make him like us a bit more, to make sure we can get his sort of court holdings and stuff, not court holdings, his church holdings and stuff under our control a bit more. So you're sure to mention his... Yes, we're basically paying him a compliment. So what are we going to do? Clear rationality is we compliment him, and it can either go well... or it could go horribly wrong and he loses opinion of us. Or just don't do anything silly at all. Do you know what? It's only 3 months away. Just keep it short and professional. Just keep doing what you were doing. It seemed to be working very well indeed. Right. 4 months until we can get the Siege of Harlech done. 5 months until they get Hereford done. So it's going to take them longer to siege Hereford than it is us to siege their capital. But what else is going on? Oh, crikey. We're losing so many other places. Ally joins the war. Good. That's on our side. So, Casarin Falibulia of Italy. Who are you? You're a foreign ruler. Right, okay. Are you the Queen of Italy? Is that who you are? Or are you the Queen of a bit of Italy? You're just a foreign ruler. You haven't got very many troops. Their military strength is superior to ours. With the allies included. Oh yeah, with the allies included, yes, their own military strength is pretty rubbish, to be fair, but okay. Right, they've joined in that war the French are having. So maybe if the French win this particular war, then they'll be able to come over and help us out a bit. That war with the French is disastrously timed. That's really, really bad. Oh my goodness me, how many more wars would you like to have, King Philip of France? Stop having wars. Oh, it's a defender. He's just being attacked on all fronts. Yeah, I know the feeling. I was hoping you might come and help us, but it looks like you've got problems at home. Oh, botherations. Okay, fine. We'll have to try and sort this out all on our lonesome. Oh, okay. Our councillor has died. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. Okay, so the chancellor is gone. We need to get ourselves a new chancellor in. Is there anyone actually demanding they should be part of the council? You are, but you're not very good at the whole diplomacy thing. Let's get Reeve Siegbert in. Absolutely. You've got diplomacy of 18, so you can go and do some chancelloring. That would be lovely. Okay, so our siege on their capital has only 5 days remaining. So let's move time on. Let's get a good prisoner. Please get somebody good. Get a good person. Have we literally just won the war just then? I took my foe Duke Glwyddien hostage during the siege of Harlech. Oh my goodness. We've done it. We can enforce our demands right now, I believe. We can do this right now because we've got him. He is the enemy war leader. And we've got him. Oh my goodness me. Now that is a wonderfully timed thing. Oh, we have been so incredibly fortunate just there, because if you look here, they've got their original sort of force of about 2,000 people, but then also they now seem to have 850 extra people. I don't know where they got them from. Are they sort of brought in via people you bring in like mercenaries or whatever? I don't know, but it doesn't matter because we've captured the war leader and this is it. we keep the title, he loses his claim, and he pays us a little bit less money. I feel a little bit hard done by. Is it because we've not got loads of territory or something? Oh, that is wonderful. Oh my goodness me. Yes, enforce the demands. Let us end this war, and you will never again try and take the Duchy of Cupboard off of us, young Duke Glwyddien. You have much to learn. You have much to learn indeed. Don't mess with the cupboards, all right? I mean, although it did look quite bad, and this is very fortunate, but there you go. That's what you get. Yeah. Let's enforce our demands. We keep the title. He loses his claim. May wisdom ever elude you. Okay, I mean, you're the one who just lost, but okie doke. I know when I'm defeated, it seems I'm left with no choice but to comply with your demands. Absolutely, you must comply. Oh, my goodness me. Okay, right. So now these lands are still occupied by England, but they're not occupied by us. So I don't have to worry too much about that. Now we're involved in so many other fights now, but the big one is won. Oh, that was very fortunate, I think. I think we were very, very lucky there. I don't know what the chances are. Like, I don't know how it sort of determines if you take prisoners and who you get or whatever, but I think we were quite lucky. But do you know what? Absolutely. We'll take it. We'll take luck. That's very good. Oh, my goodness me. At long last. I mean, yeah, they took someone of ours prisoner, actually. Do we need to get them back, or have they been returned to us because we won the war? It doesn't look like any of our people are in prison anymore. Okay, right. Yeah, right. And clever chappie, where are you, Eadmar? You're the chappie who wrote our sort of last thing, weren't you? Wrote our last sort of family epic. You can become our court doctor for a paltry 10. Yes, please. Oh my goodness me! And we've got a big pile of money as well. Okay. Right, now we need to see what we want to do with more fighting. Who do we want to go and help now? I kind of feel like we should just go and join in this war over in Ireland for a bit, and then maybe go over to France and help them out as well. Although the French didn't really do us any favours. They didn't even come over. But then I suppose the Irish could say that about us. We were looking after our own interests. Okay, right, Ireland. Who is fighting who and for what exactly? What is going on? So the attackers is currently minus 10%. Thomond. Thomond has been taken. Oh, and that's their capital. Oh, right, hang on a minute. Hang on. How about we pop over there and get that back for them? That could be quite handy, because it looks like everybody else is fighting up the top there. So if we chuck almost 2,000 troops over here, that might be quite handy. Huntingdonshire is under siege, and King Richard has been taken prisoner by King Robert after he won the Battle of Huntingdonshire. So King Richard of Wales was lurking around here in our territory, but that's it. That's it. That war should also come to an end. It's at a minus 100%. Right, what's going to happen now? Because they will settle that war. Our liege lost their war with King Robert, and England has fractured itself up into lots of individual counties and duchies again. So Cornwall and Devon, independent counties, and King Robert is our liege. Okay, this is good news for us. This is good news for us. It works very nicely. Okay, so Somerset and Dorset, individual counties. All those places are counties as well. I know, but now England is controlling those bits. Kent, Essex. Yeah, there's no duchy over here, and there's no duchy over there. So Cornwall and Devon. Isn't there a duchy for that yet? There is the Duchy of Cornwall. It's not yet created. Ah, okay, that's not yet created. And the duchy that looks after those four counties there, the Duchy of Huiki, however you say that, I don't know. That one there, the Duchy of that word that begins with an H, that's also not been created. Okay, interesting times. But yeah, so over here, look, Norfolk is its own independent thing. Norfolk is being run by Earl William and not being managed directly by King Robert. Okay, interesting times. But there we go, right, King Richard has left prison, and we are now, I assume, can we now go and check? Can we go and check on Cupboard and our liege? Yeah, there we go. Our liege is now King Robert of England. Right, everything is sort of back how it should be, except I imagine other people of Wales are going to be a bit disgruntled, because they're going to see that they've got the wrong liege, aren't they? Because surely they would want to be ruled over by, a Welsh person. So Prince Richard is now very unhappy, because Prince Richard of England wants his liege to hold the Duchy of Gwynedd. Yeah, so he wants kind of to be more Welsh, which would make sense, because that's Wales and everything. Okay, fine. But for right now, the war in our lands has stopped, which is excellent news. So no more of our lands are going to get destroyed, and control's not going to come down in loads more places. We've retained the Duchy of Cupboard. Whatever it's called, the young lad, Glwyddien, has now lost the claim on the Duchy of Cupboard, which is excellent for us. In fact, we can see, can we click on the actual Duchy of Cupboard itself? Where is the title for that thing? I think we can see claimants on that. So, okay, Count Griffith of Toneroy, wherever that is, seems to have a claim on this. Are you related to all the other ones? Ah, yes, you're one of Meredith's kids. So you have a claim on that, or so you believe anyway. That might be a bit contentious. And then implicit claims for the three sort of male heirs of our dynasty. Okay, right. Okay, so there is one person with a claim on it, but I don't think we need to worry too much about that person right now. And King Robert would like us to become the Steward of England. Yes, I absolutely will accept this. Yes, please. That must get us an awful lot of very exciting benefits. Yeah, more tax, more domain taxes, building costs down, stewardship lifestyle experience up 15%. That's really good because that's what we're going for. And there's been a bishop that's been a bit naughty. Okay, naughty bishop. Right. Okay. Oh, they're trying to... What are they? They're trying to take back that place. Right. We need to reclaim this. We need to go and help the Irish get this back. It looks like nobody else is coming down to assist us right now. Let's put the outliner back in the thing. I write to inform you of the most appalling discovery I made about Reeve Eadwulf. Okay, remind me, he's our steward. Okay, the man is engaging in unsavoury and dishonourable activities behind your back. He's not drinking coffee, is he? Oh my goodness. I sincerely hope that bringing this sensitive information to your attention will prove my unwavering loyalty towards you, my Duke. You're our Marshal. Okay, so say, I will never forget your gesture. Okay, the secret is revealed to us. We get a weak hook. Oh, he gets a weak hook on us, and Reeve Eadwulf loses 30 opinion. Or I tell him to just forget about it. Reeve Eadwulf likes us for this because he's like, "Yay, you've kept my secret." And he loses a bit of opinion, but we also get a bit of stress because we are deceitful. How much does Reeve Eadwulf like us? How much do you like us? Plus 65. We can cope with losing 30 for 5 years. This guy will get a hook on us. I think that's fine. Let's do that. We also get a secret revealed to us. What is the secret? Let us find out what the secret is. Let's pop over and have a look. Reeve Eadwulf. Can we... Oh, no, it's not in there, is it? It's in Intrigue and Hooks and Secrets. Eadwulf, is that you? Oh, crikey. You attempted to murder the person that just told us about it. Okay. Right, hang on. I should possibly blackmail you with that one. Can we blackmail you with that to get a strong hook, please? Oh my goodness me, you tried to kill our Marshal? You sneaky man. You're honest, impatient and stubborn. It doesn't imply that you're a killy murdery type. Okay, right. Well, we'll absolutely blackmail you for that, and we'll get a lovely strong hook on you for that. Thank you very much. Because, you know, that's a bad thing, you silly man. Okay, right, fine. Well, there we go. That's one little bit sorted. Right. Can we get this place back? 6 months. How well defended is this place? It's a fort level 3. Crikey. It is taking us a long time to get into that fortress. It's taking a long time for them up there as well. The only thing is, if they decide to come and attack us, there's 3,000 of them and only 2,000 of us. So that might be a little bit of a one-sided conflict. Oh, there's 3 armies sort of grouped together. Okay, so currently the war score is looking good for our Irish friends, but when that place falls, I imagine it's going to be quite bad. Yeah, so that's the place that they wanted to conquer in the first place. That is their war target. They've lost that now. So the Duchy of Lothian and friends have gone and got that back, which is a bit of a problem. But now, yeah, we're trying to free up this. So this should kind of even the war score out. It's a little bit sort of tit for tat right now. But they are... What's that little thing mean there? They're undersupplied. So they're losing troops per month. And they just sort of stood there. They just stood there. So we will get this back, which is good. That's going to be quite helpful. Where are our buddies? Are they over here? Munster. Yeah, they're over there, just sort of getting one place. Are you not bothered about your own capital and all your own places over here? Because they're probably quite important to keep safe and all. It's quite fortunate they're not moving about. I'm quite happy they're not doing anything. Right, we control Thomond, right, which puts the score back toward our buddies. Okay, so now we'll move from here. Let's go and claim that place, because it looks like they've got that place as well. And that means we've done our part in this particular war. Then we'll go over and help the French, because I don't want to upset anybody. We'll go and try and help lots of people in all sorts of different wars. Right, are they going to move? They're staying very firmly lodged over there, aren't they? They're not moving anywhere from that place. Okay, fine. Right you are. We'll wait to see what you do over there. But yeah, we'll get this place back, which again should help with the war score. If they take that place, that'll help with the war score. Frederick is not swayed. We could do with that. An enemy ally has joined the war. Oh, crikeys. Okay, right. Yeah, this war is becoming all sorts of complicated. Is that you? 2 people. Just 2 people. Okay. And Good Hat has increased his diplomacy by 1. Oh, that's quite good. And we have a perk for a stewardship perk. Okay, and now this would have been really handy, wouldn't it, a little while ago? Fort levels all increased by 1 and a garrison size increased by 20%. That would have been quite useful a little while back. I don't think so much anymore. I kind of want to get down here, really. So any of these, that's going to be not quite as useful at the moment. Because I don't hope, fingers crossed, we're going to be under attack. So let's go for cutting cornerstones. Because we're going to do a bit of a building sort of thing soon. We're going to get some buildings constructed. So how about we do this? Building construction cost is down by 5% in terms of gold and piety and prestige. So it's easier to build some things. Not loads easier, but a little bit easier. Yeah, we'll go for... Oh, hang on a minute. No, but what's organised muster rolls? Levy reinforcement rate goes up. That could be really, really handy. If we're still having these wars, if we're still involved in the wars with Ireland and France and all that stuff, by the time we get to here, having our levies reinforced 100% quicker is going to be really, really useful. Okay, let's go down this one then. We'll have to wait for the sort of the building projects to carry on. Oh, okay, so we've nearly finished the Siege of Emily, which is good because we're going to win that, and that's absolutely fine. But yeah, the enemies have gone straight back, and they're going over to take the capital of this place again. So they're going to take whatever that's called. What is it called? Thomond, was it? Or Luminich? Luminec? That place there, whatever that place is called, the capital of Thomond. Yeah, we can't take them on our own. Are you guys able to come down and, you know, help a bit? Because it is your own place. Why are you wandering around up there? What are you doing, you lot? Okay, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what their plan is. We've cleared 2 of those places. We've got organised service. So holding taxes goes up because our marshal has got an excellent martial skill. Okay, that's quite good. Right, we've helped out in this war as best we can. I think we leave that war for now. Let's go over to home for a bit. We'll stock up on some troops. We'll pick up some tea on the way and some cake and some biscuits. We'll get all our supplies back in order. And then we'll head over to France and we'll help over here a little bit. Oh my goodness me. There's an awful lot going on. Oh, okay. I think the guy that we had an alliance with over in Ireland has died. I think he's died. The alliance has expired. So Merchad MacDonchad has died. So he now no longer is allied to us because, on account of him being dead of old age. Okay, that's fine. We no longer have an alliance with them because he's no longer a ruler. But that ally has joined the war. So his replacement has joined the war, but you're no longer allied to us. No, you're not allied to us at all. Okay, that's interesting. So we've lost our Irish allies. That's a bit of a shame. We've lost them. Oh, botherations. Yet we're still stuck in that war, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, I mean, we did try and help. But for some reason your troops are all wandering about all over the place and they're not down here concentrating on where they should be concentrating on, their own place. Yeah, now you've come back down and we've gone. You should have come down sooner. Never mind. Okay, well, we'll leave them to that. That's absolutely fine. So our troops are sort of here. They're just sort of gradually topping back up. It's a bit slow. Get 42 extra people per month. So we might leave it a couple of months just to, maybe get ourselves around 100 extra people to go to France with. And one thing we do need to do, though, pressing, really important issue, we need to get T married. Because T is 22, he's not married, which means that if something were to happen to all of our people, then there'd be no heirs to kind of carry things on. So let's get T married to somebody. Now, what we can do is, we've got an alliance sorted with lots of you lot. We will be playing as T at some point. And a few people have said, you should boot T out of the line of inheritance. Make Bernard your next heir. I think that would be bad because it would hurt T's feeling. And also, he's called T. And this is the Geek Cupboard. We can't just overlook T. That's not what we do. So we're going to play as T. It's fine. He's not brilliant at many things. He's quite a capable sort of fighting person. So we'll play as him and we'll do what we can when he's in control. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. But if we get him married to somebody who's really good with a good set of stats, maybe that will help him out when he actually comes to rule. So let's go here. Let's have a look at who can actually get T married to. So what we can do is in the filter thing, you can go down to traits. It'd be quite good if we get somebody with some traits, and then you can order it by, I think go to the bottom, sum of all skills. So if we have it as the sum of all their skills, oh, you're very good. You're very good. The only thing is, they're all quite old. We're going to need someone who's fertile, but also relatively young, about the same age as him or a bit younger, so they can have lots of children. Hang on, age difference, 5. Let's bring that down. Right, you are 21 years old. Ah, you're Irish. You've got a claim on the Earldom of Leinster. Have we got any sort of alliances we can get? Potential alliance, the Barony of Nogent. Where is that? Where are you? Where is the Barony of Nogent? Okay. You're okay, that alliance is a bit rubbish. Okay, right. We're not gonna find many allies, I don't think. Hang on, what if we just put alliance power? Yeah. That's the best one we're gonna find for T. Right. T, let's not marry you for alliance. Let's marry you to somebody who's very, very skillful with lots of lovely traits, which means that we can then get some children that are going to be very, very capable. So, right, let's put you there. Right, okay, let's go back then. So don't order it by alliance power because that's just terrible. Sum of all skills. You're beautiful. That's good. Diplomacy +3. You're ambitious, arrogant, sadistic and trusting. You're a bit of a mixed bag of all sorts of things. These are good, though. Quick and comely, or comely. I don't know how you say that. Oh, you're intelligent. You're intelligent and lazy and wrathful and cynical. Oh, crikey, you're very mixed as well. You're pretty, you're hale. I think you're hale as well. Lots of hailing going on. Is there anyone that is... Can we find anybody that is Anglo-Saxon? Is there anybody Anglo-Saxon? No. Okay. Okay, right. So let's pick one of these people. Somebody that's going to have really good traits that hopefully they can pass on to the children to make our future sort of heir that we're going to play as really, really good. Okay, this person here is looking very, very promising indeed, although I can't say their name very easily. Leo de Gundius Isnandez de Vides? Possibly. That might be all sorts of wrong, but whatever the case, their stats are pretty good. I mean, nothing is amazing. I mean, everything is amazing compared to T, because T stats are really not very good at all. But importantly, diplomacy of 10, that's quite good, but stewardship of 15, which is going to be really helpful, because if T ever takes over, T is very, very bad at stewardship, which means that we get less taxes across all of our lands. So yeah, if she can help out with that, that could be quite handy, because, you know, money is key. Money means you can buy more troops and build more buildings and get more everythings. So yeah, we want to make sure we've got a nice sort of strong economic kind of base for T when we take over. So she will be able to help out with that. She is beautiful, which is very good. So she gets extra diplomacy, 30% increase to fertility, which is very important. So when they get married, they can get on with making kids and, you know, writing letters to the stork, absolutely loads. And then in terms of personalities, she's ambitious, which is okay, arrogant, sadistic, I'm sorry, T, and trusting. So they're okay. They're okay stats. So how about we do this? Children born into our house, absolutely, that's what we want. And yes, let's go for that, shall we? So yes, please, let's see if that actually pans out. Is that going to work? And yes, they are married. May St. Bridget bless their union. Absolutely. Send anyone come and bless the union. Right, you two, get writing letters to the stork, please, because that's really quite important indeed, because we want that to sort of carry on. And shall we head off down here to France just to see what's going on? Let's head on over to France and see who is fighting who. Right, what's going on in these two wars, because they're very complicated. So the Lotharian War for Count Baudouin's claim on the Duchy of Flanders. Okay, so the Duchy of Flanders is the contested thing. We want to go over there and take some of that land. Okay, particularly, I was going to say up there, but that's already taken. Who is taking that? That is, oh, they're taking that place. Where are the French troops? Where are France? France are down here fighting in the middle. Is that the other war? No, they're just having a fight in the middle of weird English territory in the middle of France. So what's that fight for? Oh, crikey, that fight's for all the way down there. Okay, we'll go and join in that fight over there, but there's 3,000 of them. We can't face off against 3,000 people. We haven't got that many people. How about we just stay out of it for a bit, and hopefully the French won't even notice. How about then? Let's just disband the army right now. 29 days for them to go home. That's absolutely fine. We'll wait for a little while, and the royal forests have been constructed. They're the big, super fancy mega duchy building thing, aren't they? Hang on a minute. Can I click on that? Where are they? Oh no, Warwickshire. That's it. Warwickshire. Yeah, the royal forests have been constructed. So popular opinion goes up by 5. by all the people in the Duchy of Cupboard, which is excellent. And also we get plus 0.8 tax per month, and development growth across the whole duchy goes up by 10, which is wonderful. Can we upgrade this? We don't have the windmills innovation because we haven't quite got that tech yet. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Right, we're just going to sort of sit back for a bit and just wait to see what's happening. Oh, there's so many different fights going on. It's so confusing over there. I don't know who's fighting who anymore. And Bernard has come of age. I am proud to see my son no longer as a child, but as an adult. For the longest time, I was hoping that good tutelage would be enough to teach Bernard the intricacies of careful planning. All efforts have come to naught, however. While he has shown himself fully capable of petty scheming, few would call it refined, but refinement is not always what you need. Ah, so you are a flamboyant trickster. So intrigue +4. So let's have a quick look at you then, Bernard. How do you look? Oh, you're really good at intrigue. You're okay at stewardship. You're not very good at diplomacy or learning. You're okay at martial. You've got a bit of prowess, actually. A little bit of prowess. So both of them are pretty good at fighting. Okay, right. Now, do we need to get you married as well? Do we need to get you married? You're only 16 right now. Maybe we give you a few years to, go and explore the world and go and do other bits and bobs before we then get you married. It's probably worth checking just to see. I mean, hang on a minute. You're quick. If we marry you to somebody who is quick, does that not mean that you produce children who might also be quick? Is that how that works? Huckam Bortmire has expired. Okie dokie. Let's just pick you because you've got that. What does that mean? It levels up. The parent... Oh, this trait is congenital. As both parents have this trait, it will get inherited. The trait might intensify, resulting in intelligent. Oh, that's very good. So if we marry her, the children they will get quick, but they might get intelligent, which is the one where it's +3 to everything. Oh, that could be very good as well. That could be very, very wonderful. I assume if we just sort of wipe that out, are there any alliances to be had? Any interesting alliances? Do you know what? None that overly interest me right now. Let's check again in a little bit, shall we? I think most of our kids are sort of either married or betrothed or whatever, so we'll leave it a little while. Oh, and Siegbert has died of old age. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Okay, right. Well, let's get you replaced then with... Oh dear. Oh dear. Our next best person at diplomacy is Reeve Werastan of Sherwood, who's not particularly brilliant at diplomacy. Okay, go and do your best at doing the chancelloring. Right, now you need to go back to improving control in lots of our places. So yeah, let's change your task to go and increase control in Northamptonshire. It's going to take almost 2 years. 2 years. Oh my goodness me. And we're continuing to sway our bishop. Do we need 20 more? He's on 56. He's on +56, and we're getting all the taxes out of him and all the levies out of him as well. Is that a new thing? Is that a new thing they've added in? The fact that the more your priest likes you, the more they endorse you and the more stuff you get out of them. I don't remember that being on there before the recent update. I don't recall seeing that. Okay, whatever the case, he likes us. Let's not do that anymore. Abandon that scheme. Is it worth becoming a friend to him? Is it worth becoming a friend? How old is he? He's only 33, so he might be around for a little while longer. Let's become his friend, because then he's definitely not going to sort of fall out with us and not let us have all of the taxes and levies from his sort of, his religious holdings. So yeah, let's try and befriend you. A 99% success chance. Yeah, okay. I think we can go for that. I think that's pretty safe. Oh, okay, we've got a little thing popped up for our sort of friendship scheme. I should be able to help along my attempt to befriend Frederick by presenting him with a gift. If it brings me closer to my goal, it is coin well spent. I don't want to spend that much money on him. I'm not that bothered. What does that do? Cheap gift is scheme power, and exquisite gift is scheme power. I don't care about how long it takes. We're not doing anything else. Scheme power just sort of hurries it along a bit. And success chance is pretty high. No, it's fine. Keep the money, absolutely. In fact, do you know what? Let's spend some money, shall we? Let's actually treat ourselves to a few improvements around the place. Yeah, we've got kind of the war view on, because obviously we're at war. So we have the war view on, so we can't quite see all of the different sort of taxes produced. Okay, the Borough of Coventry. Okay, that's got stuff built everywhere. That has. Warwick has not. Warwick's got a gap. So as well as the forest, the pastures and the crop fields, maybe Warwick should get some sort of walls. Let's build Warwick Castle properly, shall we? So walls and towers. There is a castle. In fact, you can upgrade these, can't you? So at the moment, we've just got a kind of a little sort of, what is it? Like a fortification on a raised earthwork. That's what the current castle is of Warwick. But we can potentially upgrade it. Oh no, we need the battlements innovation. Oh, we can't upgrade that. We can't upgrade the castle because we don't have battlements. Oh, okay. Can we increase the size of cities? Up to size 3. No, we need windmills. Okay, so we can't increase the sizes of those things. Okay, no. Yeah, let's go back to Warwick then. Let's build them walls and towers. So a little bit of extra defence, that's always handy, but more garrison and a tiny bit of money as well. So we'll do that. Thank you very much. And then where else should we build something? Stafford's got 3 things. Shrewsbury's got 2 things, and the special building of Offers Dyke, which is like a sort of a natural kind of thing there. Yeah, okay, let's construct a new building here. Again, walls and towers I think are going to be quite useful. So get some more walls over there. Nottingham, you've got your log forts. Do you want to build anything else in Nottingham? You've got a couple of things. That's got quite a lot of things. That's full. Oh, crikey. There's lots of places. Okay, we've got loads of places that have got things constructed in them already. Maybe we start upgrading stuff. Is that worth doing? Like here, look. Guild halls in this place. Let's upgrade them for 225 to give us plus 0.5 tax a month and increase our development in Leicestershire. Yeah, okay. Go forth and do that, please. So this is why it's good. This is why it's good to have lots of money, because you can just go around and just improve loads of things. My vassal Countess Elfswith. Okay, who are you? You are from Worcestershire. Okay, has arrived at court with a bandaged arm and fear in her eyes. She tells me that my son and heir, T, has been challenging people to duels all over Worcestershire. Oh, T, what have you been up to? Have you been being a wally? Please forgive my lord, but this has to stop. T turned up at my doorstep and challenged me. I had no choice but to accept. This is not the first time either. I am but the last in a long line of victims. Okay, so we say, stop duelling, you silly kid. Please stop. So she likes us. He loses some opinion of us, but we got quite a lot anyway. We spend a bit of prestige. He will not duel. We can say a dangerous pastime, you need an instructor. She then gets cross with us. We lose a load of money, but he gains the trait Blade Master, which gives him plus 6 prowess. He's got plus 3 right now. That could be quite handy. Gains 10 opinion of us. And he keeps challenging people to duels. Or, Pa, your father will show you how it's done. I don't think that's wise. Okay, we have a fight, and either of us might get hurt, and that's all very stupid. Let's not do that one. Let's not do that. I'm tempted to... Does she like me? Does she like me? Oh, she really doesn't like me. Yeah, she really, really doesn't like me. It's probably a terrible, terrible idea to try and to make her hate us even more. Let's not do that. That also costs a bit of money as well. Just stop fighting, T. It's fine. You'll be a bit grumpy with us for a little while, but you'll get over it. It's fine. Stop fighting. That's all very silly. And she likes us a little bit more, which is always quite handy, because you don't want your vassals to get discontent, because then they start rebelling and all that kind of troublesome stuff. So, okay, right, there we go. One little sort of, one dispute sorted out. King Richard has become your new liege after inheriting titles from King Robert, because King Robert is dead. So King Robert, oh, this is just going all over the place. King Robert of England has died of his injuries that he sustained during a war, because he was involved in a fight somewhere, wasn't he? Burgundy? Was he fighting Burgundy? Yeah, over here. He was fighting over here for this thing here, I think. So he's lost that particular war, and he has died because of his injuries, which means King Richard the Foolish of England, the foolish King Richard, has now crept in here and is now the king. He was the King of Wales, then he was a nobody, but now he has become the King of England. Oh my goodness me. So the person who was our liege, who then wasn't our liege, has now become our liege once again. Oh my goodness. Right, and he is ill. Oh, he's not very well. He is very poorly indeed. He's very good. He's a skilled tactician. But yeah, he's ill. He has no children. He has no children. Oh my goodness me. Hang on. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen? So Princess Cecilia is the heir to the Kingdom of England. Is she married? Oh, unfortunately so. That's a bit of a shame. However, her son is not. Her son is not married to anybody. Can we arrange a marriage? Oh, there's nobody to arrange a marriage with. Okay, right. Get some more children, everybody. Get some more children. Try and marry into the English kind of lineage. Befriend goodwill. A promise of dedication would send a strong message about my good intentions toward Frederick. Anyone appreciates a powerful favour. Okay, the promise will be official and ceremonious. So we have a great big kind of ceremony in which I promise to help him out. The scheme's success chance goes up by 40. I don't really need that. or we can go to make sure he remembers a promise every single day. He gets a weak hook on us, and we indebt ourselves to him until 1097. That's only a couple of years. It's only 2 years. Or it's better to avoid things like this. The scheme loses progress, and the estimated time is 20 months. I don't want to do that. I don't want him to have a hook on us. That's bad. That's a bad thing. Do you know what? I'm not that bothered. This is becoming very complicated. This scheme has become really complicated. Just go and be his friend, go out for a few drinks, I don't know, go and watch some jousting or whatever. Stop it with all these complicated things. Yeah, okay, so we're going to lose progress. Estimated time, 20 months. That is absolutely fine. What I think we could do is, we're getting a nice amount of money coming in, and we are going to get a little bit more when all of our sort of building things get finished. Let's have a look where, yeah, Warwick is doing that, Shrewsbury's doing that. So yeah, a few buildings are being constructed, so we're going to get a little bit more money. So why don't we, if we get rid of that, why don't we go into our military? Why don't we treat ourselves to, let's get another big load of siege weapons. So let's up that. So unraised maintenance is going to be 0.11 monies per month. So I can cope with that. That's fine. So that's come down a tiny bit, but that's okay. We spent some money on that. And then let's get ourselves some more bowmen. Let's increase the size of our bowmen up to 2. So an extra 100 people. So unraised maintenance plus 2 per month. Okay. There we go. That's absolutely fine. So we are paying out a little bit more on troops, but that's good. That means we have some more troops available. These things will slowly top up over time. And then we might be able to go over and help the French a bit. We might be able to go and help them out a tiny bit. In fact, you know what? Can we create a new regiment? Can we create something else exciting? What have we got? Let's get some. Can we get some horsemen? These ones with the terrain effects confuse me a bit. I like the ones where it's just positive, so I don't have to worry about terrain effects. Light footmen, armoured footmen. They could be quite good. 0.4 unused, but yeah, they count as spearmen, and they have no terrain effects, and they're very good. Let's get some armoured footmen. We've got light footmen. Let's get some armoured ones as well. So, okay, we'll have some armoured footmen. We have spent quite a chunk of money on improving our own military, but that's going to be really handy. That's going to be very, very good. So, yeah, we'll wait for them to build up. Oh, crikey. Okay, hang on. Whoa, right. So, the Irish lost that war. That's fine. We got 9 prestige from that war, even though we lost. And we contributed 46% to the war score, even though we weren't there for much of that. Okay, fine. Right, so they've lost that. That's gone out the way. And King Richard the Foolish wants us to be his steward. Yes, please. That puts our money back up quite a nice little bit. That put it up by, was that +4? Almost +4 money per month. That's quite good. That's quite good. +4 gold is not a small amount of gold to get every single month. That's very welcome. Oh, and at long last, we have discovered horseshoes. We've looked at a horse's foot, we've looked at a bit of metal that's the same shape as a horse's foot, and we've figured out how to sort of stick them together a bit to make life a bit easier. Okay, that is very good. So now we can pick another thing. We get to pick another fascination for the Anglo-Saxons to go and look at. Okay, so a lot of these we do have. So we've got a choice of what? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to choose from. Okay, well, what's going to be good? I think we shall be fascinated by battlements. I think that can be our current cultural fascination. So it's going to take us 33 years to research battlements and figure out what that's all about. But when we do, we get extra fortification buildings, which is very handy. And we've seen that could have been quite useful in sort of recent years. We also get ourselves a new feudal contract option, and it brings down men-at-arms maintenance by 5%. Which isn't loads, but it's better than nothing. It will help a tiny little bit. But yeah, even though we've set this as our focus, 33 years to figure out what battlements are. Okay, right, well, there we go. Let's get researching. My spies have informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at the local tavern. The man has been spending large amounts of gold and bragging loudly about the great deal he struck with, quote, a fancy lady in pearls and silk, end quote. Apparently he drew a map of the local plains for an unknown noblewoman. The spies think the lady must be scheming against me or one of my subjects. It does sound a bit like that, doesn't it, Seybert of Hampshire? Okay, thank you for bringing this to my attention. We gained 35 stress because you are wrathful. Yes, because of being nice to him, we don't sort of do that. We're not very good at that, so we're kind of going, oh, thank you very much, even though we want to be really cross with him. We gain more vigilant for 5 years. Intrigue goes up and scheme resistance goes up quite a bit. That's quite nice. Or, this idiot belongs in my dungeons. That also causes us stress. Okay, right, we get 60 stress. Oh dear. Oh, we might be in, this might be a problem. Okay, hang on. So we gain 60 stress because we're forgiving. So yeah, so this we lose stress because we're forgiving, and this we lose stress because we're wrathful. It's not a good combination of things. He loses opinion of us because obviously we've chucked him in a prison. We imprison him, no one cares because I've got a fair reason, and we gain more vigilant, which is the same as that one. Okay, the only thing is, what's our stress level? It's 75, and we're going to gain 35 stress from doing this, so we're going to break. We're going to have a bit of a mental break. Okay, I think we thank him, because why do I need to chuck him in the dungeons? I don't need to do that right now, because we're forgiving, so we'll be generous to him, we'll be nice, say thank you, even though it's going against our wrathful instincts, and so we'll get more vigilant, which is good, but we are going to have a bit of a mental breakdown. So, okay, let's do this then. So, our stress, we have been overwhelmed by stress. Dark thoughts, guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, my failings, these dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. I feel like I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish, but what could possibly help? Okay, I confess to all my wrongdoings. I gain the trait contrite, so I lose a bit of intrigue. Okay, I mean, I'm not very good at that anyway, so that's probably not so bad. I gain a disturbing confession, so my opinion goes down, my general opinion goes down by 5. Not so bad because it's offset by the royal sort of park thing we just built. So, okay, we lose 35 stress, that's very helpful. And if we're stressed in 5 years, we may go and have another mental break. Donating to charity, we gain improvident. So we get diplomacy +1, monthly income down 15%. Oh, I don't want to do that. We lose quite a big pile of money that we don't even have, and we lose the same amount of stress. Or I just fight it. Go, no, I'm absolutely fine. In no way am I having a mental breakdown, and I get more stress. Yeah, let's do this. Let's confess to all of our wrongdoing. Let's lose some general opinion for 3 years. That's not that long, and we gain the trait contrite, which means our intrigue goes down a bit, which is fine because it's rubbish anyway, and our stress loss is increased by 20%, which could be quite handy. Okay, right, let's try and just not have as much of a breakdown. There we go. So we've gained the trait contrite, which is this lovely little kind of, what's that? Like a little house of some description. We also gain attentive care for 5 years because of Irmgard, because Irmgard is looking after me. Oh, that's nice. And we're no longer overwhelmed by stress, which is pretty handy. Crikeys. Okay, right. Okay, so we're not stressed anymore. We've sorted out our break. We have got ourselves a new trait, but at least we haven't sort of lost our minds or anything. At least we're still sort of in possession of our faculties. After long thinking, I finally decided to invite Frederick to come on a tour of one of my estates in Birmingham. The visit turned out to be an even better idea than I expected. Not only did Frederick offer unexpected insight into the matters of the estate, but he also kept my mood bright the entire time. It's because of the hat. Let's be honest. It's because of that amazing hat. He is not only the bishop, but my friend. Okay, we are friends. There we go. It worked. I mean, the chance was high. I mean, it took a long time, but the chance was pretty good. So yeah, okay. We now have ourselves another friend. Oh, this is wonderful. There we go. So we're getting some friends. And I think what we'll do is, with that done, we will finish up for now. Because we have done a number of bits and bobs. We've got children married and we've fought in wars and various other stuff has gone on. So I think we'll leave it for now. Maybe next time we will go and help the French. I think now if our military sort of topped up. Yeah. So we've got our extra troops in, we've got our extra 100 bowmen, and we have got our extra 10 mangonels, and our extra 100 armoured footmen. So they're in. So maybe now we can go over and help the French out a bit. Now that they've weakened our opponents a tiny bit, although there are 3,000 of them just there. We've got 2,730. That's not so bad. It might cause them some damage, possibly. So maybe we'll go over and help out our French allies next time, because I feel like we've not really helped them. Although, to be fair, they didn't really help us. They did one fight that was very near, and they didn't bother helping us. And we only sort of very fortunately clung on to the Duchy of Cupboard, really, by a very, very fortunate moment. Well done, whoever went and got Glwyddien out of our sort of siege thing, went and found him hiding in a cupboard or whatever in his castle. So that was very good. But yeah, maybe we will go over and just help the French out a little bit in one of the 2 wars that they seem to be involved in. Because yeah, that one's not going as well. Maybe we try and go for that one, and we finish that war off, and then they can concentrate all their efforts on this one. maybe that's what we should do. But yeah, we'll do that next time. And also, we will look at getting Bernard married next time, because we'll give him maybe another year and then see if we can find somebody that he can go and marry, and that could be very handy. T, have you had any kids yet? No, you haven't any kids yet. Come on, T, chop chop. The clock's ticking. We need some more children. We need heirs and that kind of stuff. So if you could get on with that, that would be wonderful. And yeah, oh no, we can get you, Good Hat. Good Hat can also have a marriage arranged as well. Okay, so we'll look at that next time as well. And Good Hat is curious. Also, Good Hat's stats, some of them are very, very good. Oh, well done, Good Hat. Oh, yeah, right. That's very impressive as well. So yeah, we'll finish up for the moment. We'll come back next time and we'll see how we get on. But at least the Duchy of Cupboard is still under our control. I was very worried that we were going to lose it. But no, it is still ours, which is wonderful. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be very, very splendid indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Crusader Kings 3. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. Everyone loves barbecued rat. My compliments to the chef. I don't think he did much. He literally stuck a stick up the rat's bottom and put it on a fire. Shrieking weird ladies in the water. Probably not a good thing. The heroes offer a decisive solution to all the woman's riddles by shoving her off the bridge. Yay! Yay for the chiseled stick.